Good evening all. Am I audible? Today we will be learning the next part of most important schemes and policies by the government. Am I audible? Is there any issue in? Yes, okay. Let's start the class. First of all, I need to say that there is only 2 weeks left for your examination. You should be very careful in these 14 days. Don't go for new subjects or new topics or new book list or new whatever. Do not go for that. Revise whatever you have. Just go through whatever you have learned. Just do your revision work and do examinations or take mock test. That's all. Do not go for new subjects, new topics or new materials. This is very crucial period for you. You need to focus on revision. Revision will give you better outputs than any other strategy. Okay, do revise your subjects. It is very necessary for you. And today we will be moving to the second part of most important topics for most important schemes for prelims 2020. Okay, we already completed I-16 in previous day. Yesterday there was certain technical issues, so that we need to cancel the class. And today we will be learning the second part of most important schemes. Do not I am not saying that this is going directly into your UPSC paper, but you can expect some of these in your paper. We will be analyzing in every totally we will be analyzing around 200 or 250 topics in next few days. And just understand that you should be having an idea about these topics. You should not miss these topics. That's why we are giving you a better understanding on that. But you should not be identifying this as the question for UPSC. I am identifying just the most important topics. There may be chances that it can get repeated in your UPSC paper. There may be, unfortunately, UPSC cannot be predicted. So there is a chance that this will not be in your paper. So do your revisions. Just go through these topics. Okay. We will be uploading our PDF of this PPT in your comment section after the class. Just come back and download it and get your copy. Okay, that's the plan. And okay, we are starting. The first one is Kisan Rail. Okay, Kisan Rail scheme. This is introduced in budget 2020, and this has to do with agriculture sector of India, and there is a chance that this can be asked by UPSC, because this is one of the major reforms and major a major initiative taken by the government in protecting the interest of agriculture. Prior to this scheme, there was no actual connectivity between market and the farmer. So government has initiated an action plan to connect the Kisan or farmer with the market sector. So this scheme is very important for your prelims. And the first Kisan Rail from Devlali to Danapur in Bihar. So already there is a Kisan Rail running between Devlali and Danapur. So chances are high that this can repeat in your question paper. So first Kisan Rail was from Devlali to Danapur in Bihar. And the very importance of Kisan Rails is the Kisan Rails are the first ever multi-commodity trains in India. Before that, we have banana rails or banana trains which will carry bananas. We primarily focused on single commodity train before this. So Kisan Rail Kisan Rail is the first ever multi-commodity train. And the speciality of this train is these trains with refrigerated coaches, or these trains have refrigerated coaches that will help in bringing perishable agriculture products like vegetables, fruits to the market in a short period of time. Because in India there was a major issue in transporting agriculture products to their market due to the absence of refrigerated coaches. Most of the, at least 40% of the total agriculture products get destroyed during the travel. To eliminate this, Kisan Rail have refrigerated coaches, and the cost will be equivalent to normal freight charges in the train. It will be equivalent to normal freight charges, and any farmer or any interested party can directly book their consignments. That is, anyone can book their consignments within the train without any lower limit. You can start from 50 kilos to 5,000 kilos. Anywhere is possible. Anything is possible via Kisan Rail. So the important point is, first Kisan Rail is between Devlali and Danapur, and it is first ever multi-commodity trains. It has refrigerated coaches. Next one is vegetables. Perishable goods can be transferred very easily through this, and freight charges will be equivalent to the normal train freight charges, and any farmer or any other interested party can directly book their consignments. Okay, and the other services are, the Kisan Rail will be implemented through public-private partnership. It is also an important point. Kisan Rail will be implemented through public-private partnership, and there is a similar project in civil aviation sector, that is Krishi Udan, which will be focusing on transport of perishable goods to less accessible areas such as northeast and tribal districts. Okay, these are the major points in Kisan Rail. Okay, hope you got the idea. We are moving to the next topic, that is Jaivik Kheti scheme. Jaivik Kheti scheme. From the name itself, you can identify Jaivik means organic, Kheti means something related to agriculture and farmer. So Jaivik Kheti is, as name suggests, it is a one-stop solution for facilitating organic farmers to sell their organic produce. It is like similar to an e-commerce portal where you can sell your organic products from the farmlands. That is, it is a unique initiative of Ministry of Agriculture and Department of Agriculture under Ministry of Agriculture. That is, it aims to provide a one-stop solution for organic farmers to sell their organic produce. So the primary aim is to provide an opportunity to organic farmers to sell their products and promote organic farming and its benefits. And it will be acting as a portal, is an e-commerce as well as a knowledge platform. It will provide knowledge as well as act as a e-commerce portal. And next one is, the buyers can now avail organic products at their doorsteps. That is, it is very similar to Amazon or Flipkart, where you can get your products to your doorsteps, and anyone or individual farmer or a local group of farmers or an aggregator or processor can register in the Jaivik Kheti portal and sell their products. products. Okay. The importance of this topic is, in recent times, the organic products become prominent in India, and government is promoting organic products. So it must be understood that government is keen to improve the quality of products, organic products, as well as the quantity in the product sector. So you must be understanding that this is a very important topic. Just go through that. And also, in relation to this, you must also learn about what do you mean by organic farming, their benefits and their issues. You should also focus on that. There can be a static question based on organic farming itself, so it must also be looked into. Okay, that is Jaivik Kheti scheme. And next one is Nirvik scheme. Okay, Nirvik scheme. Next one is Nirvik scheme. Here you should be understanding very less number of points. That is, first one is, it is implemented by ECGC, or Export Credit Guarantee Corporation of India, and Nirvik is just a export credit insurance scheme to enhance loan availability. The major issue for export sector is that to produce and market certain products, you need to have financial support from the government, and without a proper collateral, you may not be getting enough credit from the you may not be getting enough credit from the banks or financial institution. So to promote loan availability in the export sector, the ECGC, or Export Credit Guarantee Corporation of India, is coming up with the Export Credit Insurance Scheme, that is Nirvik. Nirvik is nothing but it is a Export Credit Insurance Scheme. It is an insurance scheme which cover up to 90% of principal and interest. Prior to that, only 30 to 40% is covered under any insurance scheme or export credit insurance scheme. So Nirvik scheme ensures 90% of coverage of total principal and interest. That will benefit both customers or exporters and also the banks. Banks will have better flexibility in providing services to them, and also bank can provide more funding for the exporters. That is the main benefit of this, and the objective is to achieve higher export credit disbursement. It provides higher insurance coverage and expected to support export around, the expectation is at least 30 lakh crore of export in 5 years, and there is simplified normal government e-governance things, that is simplified procedure and reduction in premium for small exporters. Okay, this is ECGC scheme, Nirvik scheme by ECGC. Okay, next one is PM CARES fund. This is very important for your prelims examination. Whenever you study PM CARES fund, try to relate it with Prime Minister's National Relief Fund, also disaster PMDRF and PMNRF. Do add your inputs from PMNRF and PMDRF. Also, I tried to identify the difference between PMNRF and PMDRF. There may be a question there. In PMDRF is a statutory fund, at the same time PMCARES is a non-statutory fund. You can just go through that. Do read about PMNRF and PMDRF. It is very important. I will be taking PMCARES fund. Okay, it is very basic points. First one, PMCARES funds is a public charitable trust. Funds are voluntarily given. It is PMCARES is similar, almost similar to PMNRF. When you try to learn about PMNRF, you will get an idea about that. That is PMCARES is a public charitable trust and funds are voluntary given. And next one is Prime Minister is the ex officio chairman of the PM CARES Fund, and Minister of Defense. There is Defense Minister, there is Finance Minister, Home Affairs Ministers present in the trust. That is, the ex officio chairman is Prime Minister, and Defense Minister, Home Minister, Finance Ministers of Government of India are ex officio trustees of the fund. Okay, and it can support relief or assistance of any kind relating to public health emergency or any other kind of emergency, calamity, distress, either man-made or natural. There can be a question like that, that is, to which of the following crisis PM CARES Fund can initiate or provide funding support. That is, it can provide fund for public health emergency, calamity, distress, man-made, be it man-made or natural. Okay, for anything PM CARES Fund can give funding services. Also, there is certain other provisions where PM CARES Fund can provide funding. That is, upgradation of healthcare or pharmaceutical facilities. Healthcare or pharmaceutical facilities. To upgrade healthcare or pharmaceutical facilities. That is, PM CARES Fund initiated only after the COVID-19 pandemic, and it must be a top priority for the government to upgrade the healthcare or pharmaceutical facilities. So it can be done through PM CARES, and also infrastructure development funding for the relevant researchers or any type of support for healthcare and pharmaceutical system. Okay, and go through this. This is regarding the Supreme Court verdicts, and you should also go through that. Okay, and the importance of the fund is, or other important features of fund is, entirely of voluntary contributions from individuals and organization, and does not get any budgetary support. That is, there is no budgetary support for PM CARES Fund, and there is exemption under FCRA, so it can accept donation from the contributions of individuals and organizations based in foreign countries. That is, in this part you need to understand three things. First one is voluntary. It is directly based on voluntary contribution from individuals as well as organization, and it does not get any budgetary support. Does not get any budgetary support, and it is exempted from FCRA norms. So it can accept donations and contributions from individuals and institutions or organizations based in foreign countries. And criterions and rules to disperse the fund will be laid down by trustees. Who are the trustees? Prime Minister, Defense Minister, Minister of Finance, and Minister of Home Affairs. And they can also appoint, these trustees or Prime Minister can also appoint government officials as honorary members of this trust. Okay, and the last point is, it will be audited by independent auditors. That is, no CAG audit is available for PM CARES Fund. In case of PMNRF or National Relief Fund also, there is no CAG audit. Okay, here will be audited by independent auditors who will be appointed by the trustees. Okay, this is PM CARES Fund. Okay, got an idea? Any doubts? If you have any doubts, kindly let me know via chat option. I will be giving you answers because it is very important for at right now RTA is not applicable on PM CARES Fund, and there is court decisions pending on RTA applicability. Right now it is not applicable for PM CARES. It is just a trust formed by the government. It does not consider as a government entity. Okay. Any doubts? Okay, then I'll be moving to next topic, that is Payment Infrastructure Development Fund. No, it is not applicable for COVID-19 only. It is applicable for entire health infrastructure. The government has created PM CARES Fund during the COVID-19 pandemic. Government believed that there should be a necessity of a separate fund for funding all this. It doesn't mean that it is applicable for COVID-19 only. It can be provide fund for any natural calamities or man-made calamities. There is no issues in it. Okay. PM CARES Fund is very important for your examination. Do go through PM CARES, PM NRF and PM DRF. Okay. Also go through CMDRF. Just read it. That's all. Okay, next one is Payment Infrastructure Development Fund. Here, certain funds are created by RBI, NABARD, etc. to support the overall mechanisms within India. This Payment Infrastructure Development Fund, or PIDF, is created by RBI with a corpus of 500 crore to encourage the deployment of point-of-sale infrastructure, physical and digital, in Tier 3 and Tier 6 centers of and northeastern states. That is, the government is keen in identifying the requirement of digital infrastructure within India, and government is trying to push digital infrastructure throughout the country. For that, RBI has identified a 500 crore corpus Payments Infrastructure Development Fund to encourage the deployment of point-of-sale infrastructure. That is the card swiping machine and all other facilities. For example, digital card swiping is there. There is a UPI based point-of-sale system. All these are being pushed by the RBI. And RBI has made initial contribution of 250 crore. That is, the RBI directly didn't put the entire corpus. Initially, RBI has made the initial contribution of 250 crore, and it will receive recurring contributions to cover operation expenses from card issuing banks. This is a difference from the normal corpuses for any other facilities. That is, here there is a recurring contributions to cover the operational expenses of PIDF. And also RBI will be giving certain amount of money throughout the period. That is, RBI has made 250 crore and there is a contribution. There will be a contribution by card issuing banks in PIDF. Okay, and it is governed through an advisory council and will be managed and administered by RBI. Managed and administered by RBI and will be governed through an advisory council. Okay, this is the basic idea of Payment Infrastructure Development Fund. Go through this also. That is, 50% in PIDF will be by card issuing banks and card networks will contribute to the overall operational expenses. Okay, if there is any shortfall, RBI will be providing the remaining. Okay, go through this image also. Okay, this is Payment Infrastructure Development Fund. Next one is Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Development Fund. This is for developing animal husbandry or milk production and meat processing within India, along with agriculture or farm-based agriculture. Government of India is also focusing on animal husbandry development. For that, government is spending a lot of money. For example, there is Rashtriya Pashudhan Abhiyan, there is Gogul Mission. all that schemes is looking into the benefit of animal husbandry within India, development of animal husbandry. And for example, APMC, Agriculture Produce Marketing Committee, has been replaced with Agriculture Producing Marketing and Livestock Committees, APMLCs. So the overall idea of government is to merge the farming with the animal husbandry, so that a balancing income can be generated by the farmers itself, and it is part of the doubling farmers income by 2022. And animal husbandry infrastructure development fund is to facilitate investments in establishment of infrastructure for, this is an infrastructure fund, it provides infrastructure for dairy and meat processing industries and establishment of animal feed plant in the private sector, not in public sector, rather it is in private sector, to help the establishment, to help to establish infrastructure for dairy and meat processing and the establishment of animal feed plant. Okay, the major it is implemented by Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairy Fisheries under Ministry of Agriculture, and the beneficiaries are FPOs or farmers producer organization can participate, MSMEs can participate, not for profit companies can participate, and private companies and individual entrepreneurs can benefited by animal husbandry infrastructure. Okay, and minimum 10% margin money, 10% margin money to be contributed by beneficiary, 10% margin money to be contributed by beneficiary. Remaining 90% will be provided as loan component to be made through scheduled banks. That is 10% will be made by the entrepreneur or MSMEs or not for profit companies, and remaining 90% will be given as a loan component, and there will be a 3% interest subvention by the government of India. And the fund is total of 15,000 crore. That is, the aim of the fund is to make available funds for developing animal husbandry initiatives. Sorry. Okay. And it is also focusing on export of niche products from animal husbandry facilities. These are the major points regarding Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Development Fund. Okay, I think you are getting the basic idea regarding these things. You should also go through the other points, read little bit more about these things. It will be beneficial for you. Okay. Okay. Do you have any doubts? Any doubts? If you have any doubts, let me know. Okay. Next one is Agriculture Infrastructure Fund. This is similar to the Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Development Fund. This is also focusing on developing the infrastructure facilities within the agriculture sector. That is, here the loans will be provided to primary credit societies, marketing cooperative societies, farmer producers organization, SHGs, farmers, all India commercial banks, NFCs, NBFCs, development bank, corporations, etc. Okay, that is, the primary beneficiaries will be all these members, that is primary agriculture credit societies, marketing cooperative society, farmers producer organization, SSGs and farmers, and it will be provided by scheduled commercial banks, scheduled cooperative banks, regional rural banks, SFCs, NBFCs and National Cooperative Development Corporation. The main aim of the project is to provide debt financing facility for post-harvest management infrastructure. The primary aim is to develop a post-harvest management infrastructure. Our post-harvest loss is around 1/5 of the total produce. So to reduce this, we are trying to develop post-harvest management infrastructure, and the corpus will be 1 lakh crore. That is, the corpus will be 1 lakh crore, and there will be a 3% interest subvention, and there will be 6 months up to 2 years of moratorium, and will be implemented from March 2020, and it is implemented by Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. And another provision important for this is 24% of total grants in aid under the scheme should be utilized for SC/ST entrepreneurs. Okay, these are the major points regarding agriculture infrastructure fund. That is, it will be provided through almost everyone, and it will be provided by almost everyone. That is, scheduled commercial banks, scheduled cooperative banks, regional RRBs, SFCs, NBFCs, NCDs, NCDC, etc. And the shift in provision will be here. That is, 24% of total credit will be, or total grants will be provided to SC/ST entrepreneurs, and there is a moratorium of 6 months to 2 years, and the primary aim is to develop post-harvest management infrastructure. That is, post-harvest management infrastructure is the primary aim. Okay. Next one, investment clearance cell. In investment clearance cell, just understanding the primary objective of the scheme. There is no need for any other. That is, the investment clearance cell is nothing but a single window system to ensure It is a single window system to ensure investment in the aviation sector. That is, there can be a possibility of question that recently investment clearance cell was in news. Which of the following sector is related to investment clearance cell? Identify. It is related to aviation sector. That is, Civil Aviation Ministry set up investment clearance cell for assistance and clearance of program, and it will be a 10-member ICC, will be headed by Joint Secretary of Ministry of Civil Aviation. Okay, the projects that the ICC will bring projects that require special incentive, policy interventions, expedition, normal policy objectives. The primary aim is to provide an investor-friendly environment for in the aviation sector, to provide an investor-centered or pro-investor environment for the aviation sector. That is the primary objective of the scheme. Just understand the objective and understand that, remember that it is a 10-member committee. That's it. There is nothing other than this is needed. Okay. Next one is PM Kisan. The importance of the scheme is it was implemented during 2019, and the major importance in this year's examination is it is before that. What is the major feature? It will be provided to marginal farmers. Marginal farmers was focused during 2019, but currently it will provide income support of 2,000 rupees per quarter or 6,000 rupees per annum to all farmers irrespective of land size in 3 equal installments. Prior to this, it will be provided, it was provided to marginal farmers. During last year, it was provided only to marginal farmers with less than 2 hectares of land area, but it was renegotiated or amended in such a way that the income support will be provided to all farmers irrespective of their land size. This must be focused on. It is a central sector scheme, and definition of family definition for family in the scheme is husband, wife and minor children, and identification of beneficiary will be rest with state and union territory government, and fund is directly transferred to banks, or it is a DBT based project. That is, the primary change is that irrespective of land size, all farmers are eligible for PM Kisan scheme. They will be getting 6,000 rupees per annum. Okay, that must be understood. Okay, this is very important. Do follow that. Okay, if whenever there is a change in provisions of a scheme, there is always question in prelims regarding the same. For example, the Atal Pension Yojana was changed in 2017. There was a question. Whenever there is a change, the UPSC is most probably UPSC will be asking the question. So PM Kisan is nothing but a central sector scheme aimed to provide income support of 6,000 years per year for all the farmers irrespective of their land size. This is a new change. Do remember that. Okay. Next one is PM Asha. PM Asha, it is nothing but a 3-component complementing scheme, or it has 3 components complementing the existing schemes of Department of Agriculture, the Ministry of Agriculture, like public distribution, food and distribution, already existing. It will be supporting already existing schemes in procurement of paddy, wheat, etc. And it will be based on 3 major components of PM Asha will be price support scheme, price deficiency payment scheme, and pilot of private procurement and stockist scheme. Okay, that is, in price support scheme, the physical procurement of pulses, oilseeds and copra to be done by the central nodal agencies along with state governments, and central government to bear procurement expenditure losses due to procurement up to 25% of protection. In price support scheme, which is equivalent to the MSP or minimum support price or minimum support policy, where the physical procurement of pulses and oilseeds and copra to be done by the central nodal agencies with the support of central government. In price deficiency payment system, it will cover all the oilseeds for which MSP is notified. The farmers will get a direct payment for the difference between MSP and their selling price. For example, in the case an oilseed is MSP of an oilseed is 24 per kg, and the farmer is pushed to sell it for 20 per kg, then the remaining 4 will be provided by the government. That is price deficiency payment system. Whenever there is a deficiency in payment, the government will be providing them with support. That is price deficiency payment system. And last one is private procurement and stockist scheme, where the participation of private sector is ensured for oilseeds in procurement operation. Prior to this, every procurement will be conducted by the government agencies. In the third component, that is private procurement and stockist scheme, there will be private procurement. Okay. In this, the most important will be price deficiency payment system. There can be a question directly asking what do you mean by price deficiency payment system. So you need to understand, whenever there is a deficiency in payment or whenever there is a decrease in the payment of certain products, the government will be paying certain money for the farmers. Okay, that is the primary idea of price efficiency payment system. Okay. Next one is Shakti scheme. This is also very important for your examination, but just understand the basic idea or objective of the scheme. The idea is it is a coal linkage policy that would provide coal linkages or supplies to power plants which lacks fuel supply agreements. That is, if a power plant lacks fuel supply agreements or lacks the actual fuels, the government will be providing coal through coal auctions, and also seeks to achieve coal linkage rationalization that will help in reducing the customers' tariff. That is, the power plant will be getting assured coal supply and they will be getting it for very viable amount that will help the plants to manage their production and also help the customers with lower tariff. That is, it is considered as a win-win situation for customers and also for producing companies. Okay, this is Shakti scheme. Next one is Project Mosam. Do go through Project Mosam, and I almost completed the important regions in this Project Mosam. If you have any doubts, go through the previous videos and get an idea, and you should also get the basic idea of certain other region, that is Strait of Malacca is there, then Mogadishu is here, Mozambique is there. Just go through that also if time permits. Do not overwork yourself, focus on revision first, then only go for new ideas. Okay, here this is Project Mosam. It is implemented by Indira Gandhi National Center for Arts, or IGNCA, New Delhi. It is the nodal coordinating agency with support of Archaeological Survey of India. ASA is participating here, and National Museum is also participating here. It can be considered as a two-part program. At macro level, the focus of the project is to re-establish and reconnect communication between 39 countries of Indian Ocean world. That is, to re-establish connection between various regions of Indian Ocean region, so that India can have a stronger strategic presence within Indian Ocean. It is part of India's interest to be the net security provider in the region, so that we are trying to ensure the communication or proper relation between the all littoral countries of Indian Ocean region. And micro level, it is also focusing on understanding the national cultures in the regional . Okay, it is also focusing on understanding the national cultures in the regional maritime. That is two ideas. First one is to macro level, to ensure the connection in the region, and second one is in the micro level, to understand the cultures of various nations in the region. Okay, hope you got an idea. We'll be moving to the next point, that is PMG Disha. This scheme primarily focuses on digital literacy. That is, the primary aim of the scheme is to provide digital literacy, and it will be focusing on the citizen of India between 14 to 60. The priority group will be non-smartphone users, Antyodaya households, college dropouts, participants of adult literacy mission, and the primary idea is the people with low digital literacy. Government will be focusing on the people with low digital literacy, and the primary aim of PMG Disha is to ensure digital literacy within the country, and it will empower citizens to operate computer and digital access devices, thus enabling them to use IT and related service. So the spread of e-governance system will be the primary aim of PMG Disha, or usage of e-governance machines will be the primary aim of PMG Disha. And government believes that it will be ensuring much more adaptation of digital payments, and it will be implemented through CSE, Self-Service Centers, or e-Governance Services India Limited, special vehicles incorporated under Companies Act, that is CSE, e-Governance Services India Limited. The identification of beneficiaries would be carried out by this CSE SPV, that is CSE, e-Governance Services India Limited, in active collaboration with British District E-Governance Society and Gram Panchayat and BDM. Okay, that is, all these are important points which I have discussed earlier. It is started in 2017. It aims to make 6 crore people digitally literate. It is also continuing right now, and every household at least one digitally literate person, the primary aim, and the illiterate school students from 9 to 12, there will be priority eligible persons, and all these are important features regarding PMG Disha. Okay, do you have any doubts? If you have any doubts, let me know. I hope you are getting me well. Okay, next one is Shreyas scheme. Shreyas, this is nothing but it is scheme for higher education youth in apprenticeship and skills. The primary aim is to enhance the employability of Indian youth by providing on-the-job work exposure, or it is similar to the apprenticeship, National Apprenticeship Protsahan Yojana, that is industry apprenticeship opportunity will be given to general graduates, because under Shreyas scheme various courses and various programs will be inculcated together. That is, there will be MHRDs, BA, BSc, BCom professional courses, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, SNAPS, or National Apprenticeship Promotion Scheme, and Ministry of Labour and Employment, National Career Service. All these are integrated together in Shreyas scheme, and it will be implemented by SSCs, or Sector Skill Councils. Do follow this. It will be implemented through Sector Skills Councils, and there will be add-on apprenticeship and embedded apprenticeship under Shreyas. That is, if you want to have a new skill or new apprenticeship programs, then we can have add-on apprenticeship. Also, embedded apprenticeship ensures a compulsory apprenticeship regime. That is, these are the points. The questions will be like, there is a chance that the question will be like, recently add-on apprenticeship or embedded apprenticeship was in news recently. Which of the following are related to, or which of the following schemes are related to add-on apprenticeship? There will be a question like that. Okay. The objective is to link between education and employability. Industry demanding skills, to develop industry demanding skills. That is the primary aim of Shreyas schemes. Okay. Hope you are getting the basic idea. Okay. Next one and the last one is E-Shakti initiative by NABARD. E-Shakti initiative by the NABARD. That is, it is implemented by NABARD. It aims to digitize the self-help groups in 100 districts. The primary aim is to digitize the self-help groups in 100 districts. It further aims at integrating SHG members with National Financial Inclusion Agenda. That is, the scheme will be trying to digitize the self-help groups that will ensure a quality bookkeeping. Improving the quality of bookkeeping lead to informed credit decisions by the banks. So if the credit facility or the credit strength or banks can evaluate their credit worthiness through analyzing the available digitized accounting books. So it will be better for them to give better informed credit decisions. That is the primary aim of E-Shakti initiative. It is implemented by NABARD. It aims to digitize the self-help groups in 100 districts, and it aims to integrate SHGs with the National Financial Inclusion Agenda. Okay, these are the basic. I think I have completed almost every important and recently in news schemes for prelims 2020. Do revise all these. Do go through the important points. Okay, next day we will be starting another topic. We will be focusing on certain other topics, the chances of polity or economics in next class. Next class will be on Monday. Okay. Same time, 5:30. The session will be maximum of 1 hour. Do not worry about the time. Just go through the video and get the idea of important topics, and you have to just revise whatever I have been taking. Okay, that is the primary idea of this. If you have any doubts, you can contact us, Civils 360. Contact us on our mobile number or contact us via WhatsApp. We will be helping you, because it is very important that you have the clarity in all the topics. If you need any help, let us know. We can help. And also do subscribe and comment. Okay, please help us spread the word, and so that a maximum number of students can benefit from the program. Okay, there will be multiple programs coming up for mains also. Do follow our YouTube channel. And thank you. You can disconnect now. Thank you all.